Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Good morning to you. It is Coffee Ann time here on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us. On Tuesday morning, it's June 13th. My name's Joe Callahan, and at the Coffee Ann table on this Tuesday, Linda Tebow's here. Good morning to you, Linda.
Good morning.
Nice to have you here with us.
My pleasure.
The fancy dancer T-shirt she's wearing.
Yes, I'm
very
advertising
nice.
today.
You're still with that group?
I am.
Oh, good for
I'm
you.
still dancing.
How
yes.
many participants are in that group now?
Well, with the last show we did, we had 12.
12, okay.
There were 12 of us, yeah.
Great. All righty. Ed Carew from the Carew Investment Group is here. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning.
And before we get to all the news of the day, all the news that's printed to fit.
Printed to fit.
You never heard that joke?
I thought it was fit to be printed.
Well, that was it. The New York Times slogan was all the news that's fit to print.
I see.
So the joke is all the news that's printed to fit.
Oh, I see.
All right. Anyway.
Oh, okay. I get
So like
it.
on a computer, when
Oh,
you're printing
slow.
something out, there's a little check mark that you can hit to say print to one page.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like that.
Oh.
It's time for first message from the Carew Investment Group. So all yours, Ed.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Our telephone number is 765-8880. If you're looking for an investment firm that puts you first and works hard on your behalf, I'd like you to consider us. We're right here in Woonsocket, and we've been in business since 1987. So you don't have to go out of town for an experienced advisor. I'll work with an advisor based in Boston or New York or who knows where. Mars, maybe, someone you're never going to meet. We encourage our clients to come to the office and sit down with us as often as they like. Why? Because we like to do business the old-fashioned way. We want to get to know you on a more personal basis so that we're more attuned to your financial needs. So if you're interested in speaking with us for a free no-obligation consultation and find out more about how we'll invest your money, you can call me or Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
And those shuttles to Mars do not leave as much as they used to.
Must have something to do with the tea.
I think it does.
I know when I said Mars, I saw Linda give me a dirty look. At least an inquiring look. As what's he on today?
What are they doing on Mars? All right. We need to get to the very important news story of the day. Pat Sajak is retiring.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. Yes,
He's
he
going to do
is.
one more year
Yeah.
on Wheel of Fortune. The new season will start in September, and then that'll be it.
Yep.
For him, I should say. Let's
Think it's going to be his daughter?
well, I don't know. The show's going to still go on.
Yeah.
No word on what Vanna is
Yeah, it's
going to
gonna do, too, yeah.
She might just, if I was her, I think I'd just retire with him.
With him would
and
be a
make
good
the
idea.
tandem just go
Yeah.
away
I
Yeah.
and
think
bring in
she
two new
will.
people. You think
Yeah.
so?
There's something that I'm sorry, go ahead.
No,
Linda.
go ahead.
As far as I know, they each signed a contract bringing them up to 2025,
Okay.
which means that they would be
Together, yeah.
ending in 2024 together.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess she has her own contract. He has his own. But if
Yeah.
he's retiring, I suspect that she will do the same.
Okay. You think so too, Linda?
Well, yeah, I think so too. But I was wondering, he was out for a little while. He had surgery.
Yeah.
And his daughter was there.
Was hosting?
Yeah, I was
His daughter was
underwhelmed.
turning the letters or pointing at the letters.
Yeah.
And Vanna White was doing
Oh,
the
so it was
hosting.
Well,
talking.
she was
I
the
see,
host,
I
yeah.
see. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, it's 41 years
I know.
that he's been doing it.
know.
So I didn't realize that. So obviously he's in his 70s.
Well, 77, they said he
yeah.
turned 77.
So I guess it's time to give
Yeah.
the reins over to somebody else.
Yeah.
And I mentioned it to Dave earlier. He got the question right. Who was the host of Wheel of Fortune before Pat Sajak? Any idea? Any idea? Linda's thinking about it. Ed?
I don't.
Look, Ed's got the deer in the headlights, so no. Okay.
No lights going on.
Nothing,
I give up.
No light bulb. Chuck Woolery was the host of Wheel of Fortune
All
before
right.
Pat
I
Sajak.
think Pat Sajak did a great job. Really.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a very dry sense of humor, and
Yeah.
so he was
Yeah.
good. He was good with the
Yeah.
contestants and like
Didn't
that.
hurt
and,
that he was what Merv Griffin's son-in-law, right?
Well, that didn't hurt it either. I didn't know
No,
that.
but he did it. Yeah. Why do I know that?
Yeah, how do you know that?
Useless information, but no, I think he did a good job.
All right. Well, he wants to go out, I guess, while they're still on top. Show
Exactly.
very,
While they're
very
asking
well.
for more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So best of luck to him. He's still going to be sticking around. The new season will start in September, and he'll go all the way to the springtime, I guess. And they'll be making. It'll be a big deal all next year. It's his last season and like that. So, all right. So, all right, Ed.
Yes, sir.
The Federal Reserve meets
Yes.
tomorrow.
Today
Wednesday?
and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow. All right. The big question is, will they raise
No.
interest rates? You say no.
I say no.
All right. You heard it here first.
I heard it. Yeah.
I told you that 3 weeks ago.
I know you did. So
Do
I
you
was just,
think
I
they're
was
going to
just-
listen
changed
to
my
you,
mind.
though?
I wanted to see if things changed, and obviously they haven't.
Well,
will they
the
listen to
facts
you? Mm-hmm.
haven't changed, therefore my mind hasn't changed.
Okay. All right.
And when the facts change, I change my mind. What do you
okay.
do, sir?
Just
John
the facts. Just the
Gilgrave,
facts.
one of those economists said that many moons ago.
Okay.
John Kenneth something Gilbreth.
I changed my mind when the facts changed.
When the facts change, I change my mind. What do you do, sir?
No, okay, smart. Now, I thought I heard it correctly on one of our news reports. They've raised the rates the last 11 meetings. Did I hear that, or did I hear
Yes,
that incorrectly?
11 or 12, yeah.
They have. And, Wow. Okay. It's time to stop.
Well, I'm not saying they're done. I'm saying no for
Not this
tomorrow.
time. I see.
I'm
All
not
right.
saying that it could be a pause, but it's at least a skip.
Yeah. We'll put it off to next time. All right. So I think it's funny. It's going to take them 2 days to say no.
No. And especially if they already know they're going to say no.
Well, we got to get together and take a vote on it. I
Have
guess.
pizza, right? What is
And
it?
have,
Yeah,
pizza, have
for?
pizza.
They do vote on it, over pizza or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They do vote on it, but they try to come out as a unified
Body.
voice.
It's unanimous.
Yeah,
We
they
all
try to make
agree.
it unanimous. It won't be
Yeah.
because at this stage in the interest rate cycle, some of these guys are saying that we've gone far enough.
Yeah.
We don't want to go any further. And some other guys are saying,
No.
well, we still got to go up some more.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to see no rate increase tomorrow.
High-level discussions will be going on. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. The Denver Nuggets are the NBA
they are.
champions. So good for them. First time in their history.
That very tall. What's his name? That
Oh,
very
Jovic.
Jovic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Very talented player.
Wow.
So good for him. And we lost to Miami. So
Yes, we did.
Oh well.
Oh, well.
Yeah. So it could have been us against Denver. Denver could have been beating the Celtics. So, but that didn't happen. So congratulations to them. It's always nice to see when a new franchise, new team wins. It's not the same ones all the time. So Denver Nuggets, first time in their history to win the NBA championship. So good for them. And I don't think there was any kind of ugliness in Denver, Colorado last night. Sometimes the celebrations get out of hand and they end up tipping over cars and setting them on fire and things like that. I don't believe I heard anything like that last night, so that's good news. But speaking of craziness, that'll happen later this afternoon, Ed. Back to Miami.
Back to Miami.
Trump's going to show up in court. For his 37 count indictment. He's going to plead not guilty to all of it, and then I guess he's not going to be remanded to prison because he plans to leave, get in his airplane, and go to New Jersey,
Play golf.
play a little golf, and then make a statement, of which he's already made a statement
already
that he
said,
says
yeah.
he's innocent. So,
Yeah.
and so the mayor of Miami, of course, they're all incredibly nervous down there.
Sure.
Who's going to show up? Are we going to have supporters? Are we going to have protesters? Are they going to clash? He says, well, we think we got all our security measures lined up in a row. All the ducks are ready to go, and we've got it under control. So, okay. So, yeah. No surprises down there. So, will you be watching it, Ed?
No.
No? Okay.
Why? You can read all about
Because
it.
it's going to be wall wall to wall coverage. Here he is getting out of his airplane.
Yeah.
Here he is going into his limousine.
Yeah.
Here's a limousine driving down the street.
Yeah.
Here he is getting out of the limousine and walking into the building.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. There
Right,
it is.
That's it. Just you can't
Yeah.
have cameras inside.
Yeah, that's right. And then here he is coming out.
Coming out, getting back.
Here
in
he
his-
is saying no comment, getting back in his car and driving away.
Yeah, but knowing him, he probably will have a comment.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
no
he's
comment.
not-
I'm not so sure
He's
about
not.
that.
He's not a no comment kind of guy.
Okay, he might say, I pled not guilty to everything. I'm innocent,
Yeah,
I'm telling
I mean,
you.
It's
Witch
another
hunt.
witch hunt.
Witch
Another
hunt,
witch hunt.
witch
That's
hunt,
right.
yeah,
Have you ever seen anything so evil against a president other than attacking me?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he did come out and say, because a lot of his contemporaries that are running for the nomination have asked him to drop out of the race because you're a distraction to the rest of us.
Yeah.
And he said, absolutely not.
No,
Just
no.
no way will I
No.
drop out. Why should he? He's out in front.
Well, yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's no need for him to drop out.
I know.
This could be the first time that the United States votes in a person that may be found guilty of a federal charge.
Yeah.
There's no rules in the Constitution that you can't have a
Says you
federal
can't. I know.
have an arrest record,
That's kind of sad.
or a conviction, I should say,
Yeah.
to be president. Maybe we should change that. Should we change that?
He should have just given them the documents. Because, like with Biden and Pence, they were found it was okay.
Yeah, but they only had a few. Did you see?
No,
what
I
they-
know. Did you see what he had?
This
I
guy
know.
had boxes and
Boxes
boxes
and
of them
boxes. And
stored
plus-
away in the bathroom
Right,
and,
and all over the place.
Yeah, all over the place in
You mean
Mar-a-Lago.
and Trump? Oh, okay.
You
And
know,
he
they
re-
said
yeah.
pictures of these things.
Yeah, and he refused to give them back. You know, I think that I always used to say he was his own worst enemy.
Oh, everybody. A lot of people have said that, Linda.
You know, his actions.
He
you know?
can't get out of his own way.
No, exactly. And that's why I say it will not be no comment.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm telling you. Now, will he be given bail after this indictment? After he goes in and pleads not guilty?
To waste of time. Personal recognizance.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll just set a date.
I mean, where can
for
the guy
trial.
hide?
Well, he
Yeah,
can't.
right.
You know-
Well, do we take his passport and surrender your passport so you can't leave the country? Nothing. He leaves the country a lot anyway.
No.
But
I mean, I guess they could do that.
yeah,
But, yeah.
we did something.
I mean, where's he usually go?
I don't know.
Ireland. to his other golf course in Ireland or
Yeah.
something.
So, okay. And they'll just set a court date. All right, this goes to court August,
Interesting.
maybe September. So, all right. So that'll happen then.
And the court
This
is
afternoon,
in
is that-
South Florida.
Yeah, at 3 this afternoon.
Yeah.
Couldn't fit it in around noon or 10 in the morning. Get this over with quick.
Okay.
Other things going on.
I won't be watching.
No, I won't. Yeah, like I said, we'll read about it.
Yeah.
It's going to be all over the news.
It'll
It
be all
is
over
gonna
the
be. It is
news.
going to be all over the
That's
news.
for
Yep.
sure.
He no surprise. He was there with his lawyer and his wife. Will his wife show up? I don't know.
I don't
She might not. He kind of keeps her out of these things, these court things that he's been
Well,
involved
I don't know if he keeps her out or if she keeps herself out.
in. I don't want to go.
The end result is the same. She's not there.
She's not there.
Yeah. All right. So, anyway, let's see. No, we don't want to start anything up right now. We will when we come back, though. So, Ed, let's get a second message from the Carew Investment Group, please.
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group. You know, they say in business you don't last long if you don't know what you're doing. Well, if that's really the case, we must be knowing a thing or two because we've been in the investment business since 1987, helping people just like you with their investments. At the Carew Investment Group, we employ a conservative approach to client portfolios by using only the best quality companies available, many of which pay quarterly dividends. And we look for opportunities that we expect will go up in value, not every day, but over time. And we take our responsibility seriously and always place our client first in any investment decision. If you'd like to know more or would like a free portfolio review of your current holdings, you can call me or Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed. Thank you very much. Ed made me $1,000 last night.
Really?
Thanks, Ed. Yes.
Yay.
I got my statement in the mail and went, yes. All right. More coffee ads coming up. You can call in your comments and questions, 766-1240.
For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, two locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. One telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois. It's finally here, the first of the 10 Live at Amp Woonsocket Friday night free concerts at River Island Art Park. This week we kick it all off at 6 p.m. with smooth music perfect for dancing. Rhode Island native Becky Bass returns to the Live at Amp stage as our opening act. Then it's Kiki Valera with the music of Cuba. There's nothing like live music in a beautiful park setting, so come, bring a blanket or lawn chair, live music, food trucks, on-site bar, kids activities, and activities for every age with the dynamic Jerry Barclay King. If you can't come this week in person, concerts will be broadcast live over the air on ON AM and FM stereo radio and streamed live at woonsocketradio.com or watch in your home on your smart TV via our YouTube channel, ON Worldwide. Our weekly Levitt broadcasts are sponsored in part by Buxton Hollow Farm in Woonsocket, PT Floors, Walls, and More, Fontaine Real Estate, Heavy Press Graphics, Landmark Medical Center, and State Senator Melissa Murray.
Fresco Italiano, a Night of the Arts, returns to the St. Ann Arts and Cultural Center on Saturday evening, June 24th at 5 p.m. The evening will feature professional artists, an art competition by the Northern Rhode Island Council of the Arts featuring students from Woonsocket and Cumberland high schools, and a delicious Italian buffet served under the center's magnificent fresco paintings. Tickets are available at Beeler's Flowers, Creative Impressions, The Honey Shop, Timeless Antiques, and Vos True Value Hardware. For more information and menu, visit the St. Ann Arts and Cultural Center website.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England.
ON AM and FM.
It is Coffee Ann here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Coffee Ann time, and I'm Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew, and we did get a note called in, and we do stand corrected. There were riots in Denver last night. 9 people shot, 3 are in critical condition. And as I look over to the news and different posts that have been put up about it, different articles. Riot police were deployed to the streets to deal with a raucous crowd celebrating the Nuggets' victory. Shootout erupted just over a kilometer from the arena, leaving 9 people injured. 9 total gunshot victims in the 2000 block of Market Street. A suspect who also sustained a gunshot wound. The other victims are believed to have non-life-threatening injuries. So, okay. Oh, boy. Well, you don't like what happened. And what happened in Massachusetts yesterday? Do you remember what town that was in, Ed, where the acid was poured on a children's playground slide?
I don't remember. I heard it a couple times. They didn't make a big issue of the town. They made a bigger issue of the
That
the
took
issue.
place.
Yeah,
Wow, and a child, at least one child got burned?
a couple from what I
Yeah,
could.
more than
more than one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez, you know.
Sad state of affairs.
Yeah, on a slide.
Mm-hmm. You won't expect it, right? Okay. Crazy story. In better news, You're having a Flag Day ceremony tomorrow, Linda.
We are.
Tell us about
yes.
that.
This is an annual thing that we do every year. Aging Well hosts. Aging Well hosts that over at the Gus Ayot Senior Center. We bring down one of the classes from Harris School this year. It's Mrs. Greco's third grade class, and they usually walk down. So we've got to hold off on the thunderstorms because they walk down. But we also have the veterans there. Chapter 818 of the Vietnam vets, they come along, and the kids sing patriotic songs and tell us all about proper flag etiquette, which I think, the teachers have done a great job of working with the kids and preparing them to come down. They practice and all. And then we do the flag folding ceremony. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I have seen that.
Isn't it? It's cool, huh?
It's nice,
It is
yeah.
very nice. We usually have the staff read all the lines, and what we have 6 students and 6 veterans, and it's a very solemn ceremony, and the kids participate. They do a great job, and then we feed them lunch. We're having
Well, that's what they're looking forward to.
they love coming to the senior center.
Yeah.
They say the people there are old, but they like us.
They don't shoot us.
And then my husband, because he's involved with the VFW, he always has some flags, and we give each one of them a flag made in America, not made in China. So they all go home with a flag. So I'm praying
The weather
that
holds out.
the weather's going to hold out. I'm racking my brain trying to figure out a way we can get them down if it is thunderstorms, So I'm working on that. If anybody can help me out, let me know.
Well, don't you love it that kids are so honest?
They are. They absolutely are.
We like them, even though they're old.
No, and one little girl, the first time they came in, this was the best cheeseburger I've ever had, or the best hot dog.
Oh, that's
Can we
so
come
nice.
tomorrow? Can we come back tomorrow? They love it. Of course, the seniors love it too. It's really a nice event. But
that's great.
We've been doing this it's an annual event. I forgot how many years.
Yeah. All right. Well, I looked it up a little. So the thing with the slides that burn the kids is in Longmeadow, Massachusetts. 2 children suffered burns. They said someone poured a pool chemical on the slide.
Yes, that's what they did.
And 2 kids got hurt. The mom said she did notice a puddle at the bottom of the slide, but didn't think anything of it. And next thing you know, the kids are crying, saying it hurts. And now a 2-year-old had blistering burn on her legs, and the mom smelled the strong chemical. So they ended up going to the emergency room on that to take care of that. So
that's really a terrible. They were targeting kids. Who's going to go down a slide?
Yeah,
Little
right.
kids.
Yeah.
yes, not adults.
Muriatic
acid is often used to control the pH levels in pools or to strip nasty gunk off concrete pool decks. But direct contact with your skin can cause serious chemical burns or even blind you if it gets in your eyes. Yeah. Wow. So, not good.
No, that's really
Not good.
nasty.
That is.
Very nasty.
And the other thing happened yesterday. The actor Treat Williams passed away in Vermont. Treat has been in hundreds of things. He's one of those character actors. Where you go,
Yeah.
oh yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
He's in the movie Hair, like from 1968. He's like got the lead role in it. But there he is, just driving his motorcycle, and someone hit him.
Oh, wow.
And he died up in Vermont. So that's too bad there too. So let's see. Can we move on to better news? So we had the story last week about the driver down there in Smithfield who smashed his car into the subway. Good news that the Planet Fitness has reopened down there. He talks to Channel 10, and it's I had it as usual. I had it completely wrong. The driver is 69 years old, and he's saying, yes, I had a medical issue. He says he doesn't even remember the crash. He had some kind, according to him, had some type of seizure that happened, and that's how come that's why he ended up so far inside the subway, because he wasn't hitting his brake, and so something happened to him there. So no charges have been filed against this guy. They're still investigating to see if he's telling the truth, of course. But that's his side of the story right now. And he says people have come up to him and have said, don't worry, this, it's not your fault. You had this medical procedure. He even said, still doesn't take the pain away that he knows he killed somebody.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Not intentionally.
No.
But this issue, this accident, this situation, ended up costing a woman's life from here in Woonsocket. So So that's the latest on that. Is that yeah, it was that's what he's going with. People always ask him, well, what happened? Why was he speeding in the in the parking lot? So that's his story right now. That he said it was a medicals. He was having a seizure and just didn't say what type of seizure. Just that's what he was having, and that's what happened, and that's how come he drove into the subway. And so that happened, and then did you see the pictures out of Philadelphia of the bridge?
Yeah.
Caught on fire. Someone actually died.
Yes, they said they found a human
They found a body,
body.
in the rubble.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were on top of the bridge when it fell down, or they were under the bridge already. But wow, what a talk about just if the tanker truck was 10 feet forward or 10 feet back, the bridge is fine.
Yeah.
But it's just it happened to get caught on fire right underneath the bridge, and melted it
Right,
basically.
yeah.
And of course the governor of Pennsylvania announced federal. It's a disaster area, so he's looking for federal funds to come in so we can start rebuilding this. But they're going to say it's going to take months.
That's going to have a negative impact on everything. With
Oh, it said
trucks and
they said
everything.
they have to take a
Yeah.
the detour to get around that is 43 miles.
Yeah.
Wow. It's
Each
like
way.
right.
Going to work.
Yeah.
Going to be an extra hour each way, maybe more because of the additional
Traffic, because everyone's doing it.
Right.
But they said it's a route that truckers take to with all goods and stuff like that they're delivering. Wow.
Oh yeah, it was Route 95, I think.
It was 95.
It is I-95. Yeah. Wow.
So it's like 295 goes around 95 here in Providence, and 495 goes around Boston. So they must have their own 395, 495 down there that now everyone's going to have to get on. I didn't realize they went that far outside of Philly that it's going to take you an extra 43.
That's what I heard this
43
morning.
miles
Yeah.
to get to work, and so I guess employers are going to have to be a little lenient. It's going to take me a little longer to get to work.
A little more work from home.
Yeah.
There you
Yes,
go.
that's right.
There you
That's a
go.
little more.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder how good it must be. Pretty decent. The Philadelphia public transportation system says it didn't affect trains or anything like that. So you might see quite a big of uptick in ridership if they can get to work faster that way. If they don't want to drive all the way around Philadelphia.
Wow.
And Ed, did you hear? I heard months. Has anyone expanded
Yeah,
on that?
I heard 6 months.
6 months to get it fixed.
Because he said they have to do both sides of the.
Yes.
Even though it's this side, they have to do the north.
Both?
Now we have to do the south side too. Yikes.
Probably weakened the other side too.
From the heat, just to be sure.
Yeah.
So you got to knock the whole thing down, take away all the rubble,
Start all over
start
again.
over again, and build up stanchions to hold everything up, and
It's a wonder though that more people didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
It's.
well, maybe when first responders got there, they were able to stop traffic.
Yeah,
Okay, there's a
right
big
away,
fire.
yeah.
We can't have you go over the bridge because we
Yeah.
don't know what's going on over there. So, yeah. All right. And I mentioned this yesterday. I heard some guy in the news. It's like, it's 0 for 3 for Philadelphia. He said, he goes, we lost the Super Bowl, we lost the World Series,
We lost the bridge.
and now we lost a bridge. I think we've hit rock bottom now.
Well, right. Well, I think in losing
Now-
the bridge is going to have a more negative impact than the other two.
Philadelphia's
got
got to come back up to
Wow,
the
right.
top. So. All right. We have this in our news story. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Roger Williams Zoo was named one of the 26 best zoos in the country. That was nice.
One of the 26.
6. Yeah, I don't know who made up this story. If I can, because I can't find it real quick. Things are just good there, and they treat their animals well, and things like that. And there's something else, something about the education
do a lot
with the
education.
kids and,
Yeah.
and things like that. Here it is. Okay, Roger Williams Park Zoo, 26 best in the country, according to U.S. News and World Report. The zoo's 40 acres of woodlands and more than 100 animal species. They credit the zoo with having a key role in regional conservation efforts. So, although they did just had some bad news down there. 2 red pandas passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they never say why. Maybe they were old. I don't know. Not up on how long my red pandas live. But it happens. animals pass away too. So we'll see if they can get more to replace them there. All right. Time for a break once again here on the Coffee and program. We'll take a look at the forecast right now, being brought to you by Unbound.org.
Mostly cloudy skies today with a high of 77 and a southeast breeze. Tonight, patchy fog, otherwise mostly cloudy and 57. Wednesday's weather, a 60% chance of some showers before 2 p.m. and maybe a thunderstorm after that. Increasing clouds all day with a high of 78. Thursday, mostly sunny skies and 78. Friday, 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, high of 74. Saturday, a 40% chance of some showers in the early part of the day, partly sunny and 73. And on Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 77.
Currently outside the Navigate Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, where we have cloudy skies with 68 degrees. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. An elder in Guatemala dreams of being part of a community. Reach out and change the world, and it will change your own at unbound.org.
Hi, I'm Kathy LaValle at The Honey Shop. Check out our Facebook page at The Honey Shop RI, and there you'll see a whole list of our new classes and lots of fun things to do. You could join us for making limoncello, pizzas, pasta making, cheese making, so many fun things to do and learn.
Thanks, Kathy. Folks, if you love food, you'll love the Honey Shop, right behind the Dunkin' Donuts at Park Square in Woonsocket.
If your garage door needs replacing because of wear, performance, or appearance, think of Woonsocket Door Sales, your complete overhead door facility for installation and maintenance, including framework repair and security. Woonsocket Door Sales features important information about security on their website. For attached garages, be safe with a good deadbolt lock or door monitor. And remember, detached garages often contain valuable tools and recreation equipment. Woonsocket Door Sales since 1935. 1 Biltmore Avenue, Cumberland. 767-3448.
Hi, this is Joe Callahan, your maitre d' inside the Tiki Bar, letting you know the Tiki Bar is now open 2 days a week on ON, AM, and FM, Saturdays at noon, and a replay Mondays at 6. The Tiki Bar is sponsored by Attorney Bob Lauder, the Carew Investment Group, Family Discount Furniture, and Pepin Lumber. Here's your chance to catch 1 full hour of Jimmy Buffett music inside the Tiki Bar, Saturdays at noon and Mondays at 6 on ON, AM, and FM. It is Coffee and here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here, along with Ed Carew and Linda Thibault. And thank you for joining us. Comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240. So, you wouldn't think this would be a problem, but apparently it is. David's Bridal Stores are closing.
Yes, I saw that.
What is?
They've been
David's
around
Bridal.
forever.
David's.
Bridal,
Bridal.
yes, store. Okay. And, they sell wedding dresses, obviously.
They do.
Mother of the bride dresses, prom dresses.
Prom dresses, yeah.
Are big.
Is that a one store or?
No, they have
They have
a
a
few. It's a
couple.
chain.
Yeah.
But they're gonna close. They're gonna close they only have one store in Warwick now. It's down on Bald Hill Road. They're gonna close that one. They're gonna close one in North Dartmouth and in Natick. There is a David's Bridal store in North Attleboro that is not on the cut list. They filed for bankruptcy earlier this year, which is just odd because there's very few places women can go to get these kind of dresses.
Right. Well, they
David's
used to have
Bridal is-
House of Brides here.
Well, here in Woonsocket, yeah,
it was
that's
House
right.
of Brides. They were there forever. But David's Bridal.
David's
they've
Bridal,
been around forever.
Macy's.
Yeah.
There's one in North Attleboro.
Yeah.
But it's funny. My niece is getting married in August, and I was talking to my sister, who's getting the mother of the bride dress. She drove all the way to Bloomingdale's, which is in Natick.
Natick, yeah.
Or nearby Newton. It's somewhere on Route 9 to get the dress.
There's another big one that I think a lot of the kids go to for proms. Alexandria's or something like that in Fall
Yeah?
River. Yeah.
Well, that's a long way to go for a dress.
I know, but they do. They do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do go. Well, proms are not like they used to be in my day.
Well, that's right.
That's a whole business in itself.
But the cost of the dresses is outrageous. I know because I just paid for one.
No, isn't it huge?
Oh yeah,
It's
I'm
huge.
like, how much?
Yeah.
Close to $200. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh okay. But I mentioned
And
it.
up.
And up is
And
right,
up.
depending on what you get.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, and it's funny. The more the more the money goes up, the less material there are for the dress.
Right, exactly. A few more sequins.
Yeah, that's right. But I was mentioning to Dave, not as many girls are going for prom dresses. There's still a bit of a majority, but a lot of them, it's this whole gender fluidity thing, and they don't want dresses. Some of them want pants. And you can't get that at David's Bridal.
No, you can't.
You got to go. Now you're going somewhere else, so their
Those
sales are going
yeah,
away.
But those places used to have all kinds of dressy things
Did they?
because they're a very dressy pants outfit that you can get as well.
You can still get it at David's
yeah.
Bridal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then I don't know what the problem is there. Then
I think there are so many trends that have happened with the proms because in the old days, if you didn't have a date, you didn't go to the prom. But what I'm seeing
Ooh,
happening,
that's changed completely.
It's changed completely. A bunch of girls might all go together.
That's what my daughter
and
did.
they just get all dressed up and have a really good time.
Yeah.
My granddaughter, and even that whole thing with the promposal.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That is like, what is this all about? That
I
the
know.
boys are when they're asking the
Have you
girl
seen
to
that,
the
Ed?
prom. It's not just, would you like to go to the prom with me? They have to stage this event.
Oh yeah, it's a big
Really?
to do.
This big event with signs and it's a big production, and it's called a promposal.
Some people they rent billboards.
They do.
Some,
They do. Yeah.
write those the airplanes that write it in the sky.
Yeah.
And working up at Polar Park in Worcester, I've seen it happen in between innings.
In between innings, yeah. My grandson was very what's the word? Not frugal, but
A nonconformist.
well, sort of. But he was asking his girlfriend
Yeah.
to the prom, and we had a lot of snow that year.
Mm-hmm.
And so what he did, he carved in the snow, "Will you go to prom with me?" and took her upstairs and said, "Look."
Well, that's clever.
I thought it was very creative, but
Yeah.
it didn't cost a lot of money. But yeah, the whole thing is very different now.
It is. I mean, not everybody does it, but
Yeah.
we were laughing when they did this at the ballpark because there was the promposal and the girl said yes, and the whole place erupted in cheers, and we're like,
Yeah.
it's just a dance.
It's a dance in a fancy dress, but for the girls, I mean for the guys too, but it's not just the gown. Now we have to go do makeup and hair.
Oh, yeah.
And the makeup and hair, first you have to go in, do we like it? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I want. And even for the guys, because the limos and
I drove my daughter to the prom this year.
And that's how it used to be.
And I looked around.
Yeah.
I said, well, who else? Who brought limos?
Yeah.
I only saw two.
Oh, really?
Most of the things changed. And most of what I looked around at other cars, the guys were driving there that did have dates. They drove to the prom.
Really?
I said things have changed again because I drove to my prom. I didn't get a limo. And I mean, the girls kicked it around. Should we do this? But
Yeah.
none of the parents wanted to pony up any money.
Well, it costs a lot of money. I mean, I remember. And then there's the big thing about the pictures too.
They didn't do pictures.
They didn't. Well, my
Pretty happy
my
about that.
granddaughter got the whole thing, and everybody has to show up, and they do the pictures at the homes. And
Oh, we did that.
That-
But I'm
that-
talking like professional photographers,
professional,
professionals
yeah.
at the
At-
actual prom.
right.
They didn't do that.
No.
Nope. So, and I have mentioned this before. After the prom, the whole group of them, they change, and then they went to the movies.
Oh, there you go.
So they went to go see The Little Mermaid at 10:30 at night.
There you go.
And then they thought, what would be fun? Because it was prom night. They said, let's go to Denny's in North Attleboro. Because it was after midnight.
Oh,
They
right.
thought this would be fun
Yeah.
to go to Denny's because it's after midnight. We'll have breakfast. And so they went. And now they all said, okay, we never need to do that again.
You're right.
because of the cast of characters that show up at Denny's after
Right,
midnight.
After midnight. Yeah.
Ooh,
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
not quite as glamorous as we thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they also found out not your best cooks work the midnight to 6 in the morning shift.
Right, Denny's, right.
They said the food was,
But see, maybe
That's
all
so
those
great.
changes. Maybe that's why David's Bridals.
I guess it's
Going
just a
out of
lack
business.
of lack of sales.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
must be that.
lack of sales.
All right, in Rhode Island, let's see. Rhode Island House has passed a bill, and it would decriminalize magic mushrooms.
They passed that.
The House passed it. Yep. Because Linda, let's see if you agree with this. You're the registered nurse. This state rep that put it in considers magic mushrooms a mental health treatment option. Any validity to that statement?
I haven't a clue. I don't know enough about
No.
magic mushrooms.
Okay.
I don't know enough about them.
The representative, his name is Brandon Potter. He's from Cranston. Says that the drug in the mushrooms, psilocybin, ever hear of it? Can be used safely. I don't know if this guy's a doctor or what, where he gets his information. He's just making that statement. This bill now heads to the Senate to see if they will
I need
approve
more
it.
information.
Ever see anybody ODing on mushrooms when you were
No.
at the hospital? No.
No.
Okay. Any thoughts on this, Ed? About
I don't know what you're talking about. Magic mushroom?
it's
mushroom.
it's a
Is
drug.
it like a real mushroom that grows, or is it something that
Well, I believe it. I think. I don't know.
No, I mean, just is like either way above my pay grade or like below my periscope depth.
It's just not on your radar,
It's,
huh?
yeah, really.
I always heard kids talking about it in high school and college. Oh, we're going to do shrooms.
Oh, all right. They talked about it.
I never
in your
understood what
day.
they were actually going to do. I don't understand what this drug is. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Do you inject it into a mushroom and then eat it, or what? I don't know.
As
Once
I
again,
said,
it's
I
not on
don't
my
know.
radar either, right? So, but obviously, this drug it is criminal to have it, like cocaine and other things like that. So they want to decriminalize this specific substance, kind of like marijuana. You don't hear too much about it in the news of people ODing on this stuff, like you hear of other drugs. Can it be used safely? I don't know. I don't play a doctor on TV and or the radio, and I have no idea. So
I don't have enough information.
no more. Well, we'll see what the Senate does with it when they get it. And see if they want to.
The whole
move things
house,
along.
they was it with a majority?
The whole House. I don't have the numbers.
Oh, okay.
Or a majority of.
I wonder what kind of information they based or what research they did to base their votes.
I don't know. Did they just say, hey, we went around to different hospitals. We asked about their emergency room visits. What do you see about this? We don't see anything happening anymore. Maybe we should let people do it.
I think I need more.
And can it help the mental? Is it a mental health treatment option? I don't know.
I think
More info.
I think I need more than that to vote on that issue.
All right. Linda needs more info, Ed.
You ought to go get some for her.
Well, I don't know even where to go.
No, I don't either.
CDC,
Yeah, what do they say about it? All right. Up in Massachusetts, we have the Cannabis Control Commission up there to keep an eye on all things cannabis related. They want to make it easier for military veterans to enroll in medical marijuana programs. The Boston Herald reported regulators say cannabis may be safer than opioids for pain management. Any thoughts on that, Linda? Have you heard that before?
Well, it seems that I've heard more about that being used for pain management.
Than opioids?
Yeah.
Okay. And what the Control Commission wants to do, they want to eliminate registration fees for the veterans and expand program qualifications to include more military vets and just make it easier for them if they want to get it. So, okay, we'll see if that goes anywhere. It probably will. People like doing stuff like that for the vets and things like that. So, okay, so that's up there in Massachusetts. Other thing going on in Massachusetts, Ed, a small amount of alcohol may benefit your heart by easing stress in the brain.
I saw that.
Now that's small, Ed, not the whole bottle now.
Oh, you never drink a whole bottle.
I know. All right. Now, the researchers say we're not advertising for people to drink. Of course not. Because alcohol also raises the risk of cancer. Which one do you want? But instead, the study suggests that understanding the process could help us find healthier ways to get the same benefit, like through meditation or exercise. Some larger studies in the past have shown that those who drink moderately have lower risks of heart attacks and strokes compared to those who don't drink alcohol at all, and those who drink more. Senior author of the study said that it's due to the relaxing effect of alcohol before feeling buzzed. So that it mellows you out.
Exactly. It helps with stress, but what they're talking about, oh, by the way, is not more than one drink a day for women.
That was my question. How much is moderate?
Well, but, they say moderate.
Yeah.
I heard moderate, too. But then they qualified moderate with not more than one drink a day for a woman and not more than one or two for men.
But it
And
depends
that's always been the way.
Well, right. Yeah.
That's always been the way. That's not new.
And if you don't drink one day, you're not okay to have 4 the next.
You can't, right?
You don't store it up.
And you know something, when when we teach about nutrition and stuff like that, we talk about alcohol, especially with older folks, because they're on so many meds.
Yeah.
And you can run into major problems if you're taking a whole bunch of meds and drinking. But when we say one drink for women and not more than two for men, and that question, if I don't drink for 2 days, can I have 5 here?
That's right. Yeah, no.
No,
it's not.
because your liver has to metabolize all that alcohol, and But yeah.
Well,
I heard that. I saw that this morning.
I think they asked that question because some medications say, well, if you forget it on one day, okay, take 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, but
People are like, everything will be fine.
yeah, it's not really a good idea.
But it doesn't work with alcohol. If you missed your day, too bad, you missed your day.
But when you said that, I laughed because I hear that more often than not. Well, I don't drink all week long, so the weekend I'll have my
7.
1, 2, 3. I'll have 7 over the weekend. No, it doesn't work that way.
Too bad. All right, one more health-related thing, and then we'll take a break. A new study in Massachusetts says obesity could cause damage to the brain that's irreversible. All right, published in the journal Nature Metabolism, a study's authors say their goal was to look at the gut-brain connection. The brains of people with obesity continue to lack the chemical responses that tell the body, okay, you have eaten enough, and with no signs of reversibility. They called this study rigorous and comprehensive. And it happens. That's why they tell you to eat slow.
Eat slowly, yes. Yeah.
So your brain can tell your body, okay, you've had enough.
Yeah. And that's why people, that. Well, first of all, obesity is so bad for your health in so many ways. Physically, mentally, all of the above, and that's why yes. But I think people, when they're super hungry, eat quickly. Young mothers with little kids eat quickly. I remember eating fast because if we didn't, you didn't get to eat. So yeah, because you're chasing kids and things like that. And I think sometimes that happens, like with people that are compulsive eaters. And that's how they handle stress. Oh, by the way, I'll have a couple of handfuls of M&Ms or whatever.
M&Ms are delicious.
Exactly.
But like with me growing up, with my dad, I had an older brother and a younger brother.
Yeah.
Boy, if you didn't eat fast, there were no seconds.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So it was.
Yeah.
So you go back in more.
I remember when my 2 kids were young. And running around, it was the skinniest I've ever been in my life because, you want them to eat, but you better hurry up and eat because you're off to the next thing. They'll be off. You have to chase them down or whatever.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Do you eat fast, Ed? Have you ever been told to eat fast?
No, nobody ever told me I eat fast.
No.
My wife has told me to eat fast.
Yeah. I tend to. I think old habits die.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I've laughed with my wife if we're like at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Because the food will come at the same time, and I immediately start, and she doesn't.
Yeah.
First of all, she looks at the plate,
Yeah.
and then spins it 180 degrees for whatever reason.
Because she wants it with.
The feet on this side, and then it's like, and then it's okay. Get the napkin.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
and then you got to think about what do you attack first, and okay. So by the time she actually starts, I'm halfway done. I said, I don't know what you.
Go home.
I don't know what I want to go now. I want to go home, and you're not. No, it's wait for mom because she's still eating. I said, I don't know what you're waiting for, but okay. All right, break time here at Coffee and More. Coming your way. Please don't go anywhere.
Are you looking for solutions to meet your business banking needs? At Milford Federal, the longest standing community bank in the area, they offer customized solutions for commercial lending, cash management, online banking, and payment processing services. Their business banking team is committed to the growth and success of your business with local decision making and a relationship-based approach. Let Milford Federal be your banking partner. Visit them at milfordfederal.com today. Milford Federal Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 465956.
Our family caring for your family. The Holiday Retirement Home is a skilled nursing and rehabilitation facility with a home-like atmosphere where laughter is the best medicine. The Holiday keeps their patients and residents involved in varied activities and events so they have the opportunity to live life to the fullest. The Holiday Retirement Home has their own in-house physical, occupational, and speech therapy staff with more than 300 years of combined experience. Stop in for a tour. The Holiday is right off Route 99 on Sales Hill Road in Manville, and for more information you can visit their website at holidayretirement.com.
Fresco Italiano, a Night of the Arts, returns to the St. Arts and Cultural Center on Saturday evening, June 24th at 5 p.m. The evening will feature professional artists, an art competition by the Northern Rhode Island Council of the Arts featuring students from Woonsocket and Cumberland high schools, and a delicious Italian buffet served under the center's magnificent fresco paintings. Tickets are available at Beeler's Flowers, Creative Impressions, The Honey Shop, Timeless Antiques, and Vos True Value Hardware. For more information and menu, visit the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center website.
It's finally here, the first of the 10 Live Amp Woonsocket Friday night free concerts at River Island Art Park. This week we kick it all off at 6 p.m. with smooth music perfect for dancing. Rhode Island native Becky Bass returns to the Live Amp stage as our opening act. Then it's Kiki Valera with the music of Cuba. There's nothing like live music in a beautiful park setting, so come bring a blanket or lawn chair, live music, food trucks, on-site bar, kids activities, and activities for every age with the dynamic Jerry Barclay King. If you can't come this week in person, concerts will be broadcast live over the air on ON AM and FM stereo radio and streamed live at woonsocketradio.com or watch in your home on your smart TV via our YouTube channel, ON Worldwide. Our weekly live broadcasts are sponsored in part by Cumberland Kitchen and Bath Design Center, Tasca Buick GMC, Family Discount Furniture, Dean Bank, Peter J. Hopkins Attorney at Law, and Jerry's Bluffing Boutique.
Coffee Inn on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. This is Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. All right, I think I might have found a new job for myself. Yes. Unless you guys get it first. We'll have to see. But you do have to move to Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh.
All right. The University of Wisconsin at Madison has a dream job for someone who's very extremely lactose tolerant. Not intolerant. You have to be tolerant of the lactose, okay? The school's Center for Dairy Research is hiring a dairy taste tester to talk about food based on appearance, texture, taste, and aroma. And whoever gets this job can expect to taste as many as a dozen pizzas and 24 cheese samples every week. Pizza every week.
It's a dream job.
It is, unless,
Unless you have problems.
it's the cheese that's the problem. Because
Yeah. Yeah.
if you only like certain kinds of cheeses and not others, you're gonna be tasting the ones you don't like more than the ones that you actually like. Like Munster. Which I'm not a big fan of. So just something to be aware of. But doesn't
But
it
you
sound...
certainly can't have a lactose problem.
You cannot,
cannot.
because you're eating a lot of cheese, and that's going to cause some real issues.
I'll have to pass.
It's funny, all the weird jobs that pop up that
Yeah.
that companies are looking for, like taste testers and things like that. But that's the newest one. If you know anyone in Wisconsin, near Madison, near the university, that's what they're looking for. Someone to taste the pizzas and the cheese, and that's cheese country, right? Out there,
Yeah.
out there in Wisconsin.
Definitely.
All right. Seven.
Bay.
What's that?
Green Bay.
That's right. The Green Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, the cheeseheads out there.
Cheeseheads.
Ed was just looking up on his phone about the rate of inflation in May. So things were
Yeah,
good.
Just came out.
What did they say?
4%, the lowest in 2 years.
Great. Mm-hmm. So we shouldn't raise the interest rate.
I'm sticking to my guns.
Sticking to
with
that,
one.
just on that news alone. All right. So that's good news to hear. 7-Eleven, the Slurpee's getting a makeover. Now I can honestly say I've never had one. Had a 7-Eleven Slurpee.
good.
The recipe isn't changing, but they're changing the cups as the company wants to ditch its psychedelic pinwheel look. The cup has had 7 redesigns since 1966. The new design will feature a new logo, and the S on the cup will resemble the swirly top of the drinks. According to the National Association of Convenience Stores, 7-Eleven is the largest U.S. convenience store chain. Followed quickly by Cumberland Farms.
Cumberland Farms, yeah.
They just sold part of their stores. Did you read that?
No, Cumberland Farms did?
They sold a lot of their Rhode Island stores
Really?
to a UK-based company. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it'll affect anything, but
Do you think
they
we're Pot Royal now then?
probably.
Stop talking with an accent.
Maybe Charles Botts is part owner of Cumberland Farms now. You never know. He might pop in
Never know.
and look. He'll be looking for something free. I saw this on the internet yesterday, the day before, and I thought it was a joke when I saw the headline. I said, I'm not even going to read this because it's one of those just silly stories that are made up. Turns out it's true. 4 children who went missing over a month ago after their plane crashed in the Amazon rainforest in Colombia have been found alive. I thought someone was making this up. Turns out it's true. Colombia's President Gustavo Petro tweeted the news late last week and shared photos of the kids with the rescue teams. Now, the indigenous children of Colombia, this is how they survived. If there was someone like from a European country, the U.S., they would have died. But they're indigenous to the Colombia. They're 13, 9, 4, and an infant. And they all survived. They were the only survivors of a plane that crashed in the jungle on May 1st. Killed 3 people on the plane, including their mother. President Petro said, quote, they're learning from indigenous families and from living in the jungle. Save them. I'm sure the 13-year-old took over and says, I know exactly by watching the older people, this is how we're going to survive. This is what we can eat, mushrooms. This is what we can eat. This is where the water is that we can drink, and we'll be okay.
I saw that story. That was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible. That's...
And maybe the 13-year-old tells the 9-year-old, okay, you watch the baby.
Yeah.
And I'll have to take the 14-year-old with me to go forage for food. It does make you wonder, you don't know what tools they had. And did the older one, was he able to kill an animal to get some protein? I watch Naked and Afraid. I know what I'm supposed to do if I get stuck out there in the jungles. You got to get protein. You got an animal, you got to get a fish, something like that, or else you're going to fall apart. So I don't know if they had any kind of tools, and were they able to start a fire, or where do you get your shelter? I don't know. That's the first thing I heard of when the survival people. If you ever get marooned on an island or like that, and they said the first thing you actually have to do is find shelter. Food and water comes later. If you don't find shelter and get out of the sun and get out of the element, that's going to kill you. So you got to find a cave or you got to build something. So, I'm thinking the 13-year-old is the real hero in this to keep himself and the other 3 alive, and hoping that they'll get found, and they did. So that's so impressive that they were able to survive for a month. And I wonder what they're thinking after a week, maybe 2. Hey, is this our life now?
Yeah.
From now on, and this is where. And do we keep moving, hoping that we'll get found, or should we stay in one place? Yeah. These are great questions. I have no idea what the answers are to these. All right, so that's what happened down there in Colombia. That's a fantastic story. Yeah. There's another story out of South Korea. You read about these every now and then. A British man was attempting to climb a building in Seoul. It's the Lotte World Tower. without a rope. Climb up the outside of the building.
Yeah,
Some people just like doing this kind of thing.
I know.
So a security guard spots George King Thompson climbing up this building. It's 123 floors times 10. So, it's 1,000 feet in the air.
Yikes.
And without a rope, he's just scaling it like Spider-Man on the outside. So he calls the police, and the firefighters show up, and they say firefighters intercepted the climber. He made it to the 72nd floor. Before they grab them or whatever. It's like, all right, come on in. Doesn't say if he was arrested. Oh no, they did arrest him. You just because if you ask permission to do this, they're going to say no. Do you have a permit to do this?
No.
No, I do not. But he was also arrested in 2019. He's the guy that climbed the London Bridge Tower. Wow. Wasn't that some guy that tried to climb the World Trade Center too? Yeah, way back. We're going back to the 70s. Some guy, he was called the Human Fly. And I thought he made it. And they got him like on the 81st floor.
Yeah.
And he was arrested. I think it was fined like $25 for doing it. And then there was, I can't remember his name. And they made a documentary about this guy that actually put the tightrope between the two World Trade Centers in New York and walked across it. That guy, I think he was from France. So back then, the cost of security isn't like what it is now. He was, and there's a whole documentary on how he got up there. Straight. I forgot how he got the rope from one side to the other, but no one stopped him, obviously, and was able to secure the wire. And just one day, just walked out there, and walked across the wire on the. Of course, you can't do that quickly.
No.
And you can't run across that wire. You have to know what you're doing. He's out there with the big pole, so you don't fall off, and he didn't. So, but yeah, if you climb the outside of buildings, they're gonna catch you. I mean, someone's gonna see you.
It's not on my bucket list.
No, you don't want to do that.
I don't even want to get on a 5-foot ladder.
We'll bring it up at Aging Well. See if any of them want to.
Yeah, I don't think so.
As part of their recreation, part of their exercise.
As part of the wellness program.
Part of the wellness program. We're going to climb to the top of the Cornerstone building, right across the street.
So.
Yeah, no? All right.
Maybe inside up the stairs. Yes.
All right, that'll do it for Coffee and for today. Thank you very much for listening in. Ed Carew, thanks for coming in.
Always a pleasure.
All right, and Linda Tebow, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
Enjoy Flag Day tomorrow with the kids.
Thank you.
Hope it goes well
Pray
for you.
good weather in the morning so they can
Absolutely,
come
so they
down.
can march down.
Yep.
2 by 2.
Yes, they do.
All right, this is Joe Callahan. Have a great day, everyone, and stay tuned for Gary Smith and the Crew. Do You Remember is coming up at 9:30 on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.